Hey guys, welcome to Let's Talk Gaming Top 10s, where we're going to talk about, you guessed it, gynecology. I'm just kidding, let's talk about video games. Order 1866. Now, if this was based on graphics alone, this would probably be a contender for #1. However, it's not. Basically, unless you're completely new to gaming, don't even know how to function a controller, you're probably gonna get 3 hours maximum gameplay out of this game, which nowadays for a full 40 to 50 pound title, that's just not good enough. One chapter is basically a whole cutscene, I shit you not. I don't think it's worth your time. If you want to get it just to look at the graphics, then I recommend getting it when it's in a sale. Alright, lovely. Alone in the Dark, Illumination. This is one of the original survival horror games. One of the original games that basically created the genre, made it the kind of genre that I personally love. I remember playing it as an 8-year-old with my cousin and absolutely shitting myself. Well, now the follow-up is a shoot 'em up, third person in the style of Left 4 Dead. Because why wouldn't you do that to a classic survival horror title like Alone in the Dark? No, you wouldn't do that. F1 2015. Now, F1 fans were probably pleasantly surprised to finally see this title come out. However, Codemasters boldly decided to release it on the new generation 2 years after the new generation had been released. Unfortunately, the game is broken, particularly the online gameplay, and after a few games you kind of realise this is just a tribute more so to corner cutting than it is really drivers and cars and F1 and such. Another feature of the game is what I would call the what the fuck just happened there mechanic. Basically, you're online, you're driving, and sometimes your opponent can just ghost straight through your car and overtake you, and then other times can just drive into you, dismember you, destroy your car, and basically get a basically get a nice message from the steward saying, that's great. So basically the lobbies are fucked, the ghost cars are fucked, the AI doesn't give a fuck whether you're on a qualifying lap or driving down the fucking Nile. If you are a non-AI, you must be destroyed. This is an all-round twat sandwich of a game. Do I say Evolve or just DLC? DLC! When someone hears that there's going to be a new Rainbow Six game, everyone listens. Everyone waits with bated breath. And when they find out that there's no campaign, everyone cries. The core idea was basically a hostage situation where you'd either be the takers / crims or some kind of special forces busting in there to save the hostages. There was a timer, no respawns, and an almost entirely destructible environment. Old game modes like Terrorist Hunt were present, but this is now the core game and what it's all built around. And it does, you know, there's moments of suspense and tension, which is cool, but that's what Rainbow Six has always been about. This game is just a bit hollow and a little bit repetitive, and to me just doesn't have much gameplay time. This game is like the parsnip on your plate. You pick it up thinking it's a chip, you bite into it, and the taste of betrayal is all too real. Okay, so it's Reskin Central over at EA in this game, FIFA 16. Now, they seem to be really pulling away from single player really quickly. Now, why would you do this? Well, perhaps because the online game mode Ultimate Team generates more money for them than the sales of the actual game, which is quite insane. Year on year, the changes that they make to the game are less and less noticeable. The only thing that is noticeable, like I say, is the fact that they haven't really changed anything about single player since 2011. So what they are changing, to be honest, could be done in updates or DLC. You don't have to bring out a whole another AAA title every single year. It seems a bit silly. Overall, single player is dying. The end is nigh, so prepare for the rapture. What a fucking mess this game is. This is just straight up in your face, let's eat a month-old piece of shit kind of broken. It's that bad. This, you can just tell that this is Activision thinking like, oh shit, the naming rights to Tony Hawk, we're gonna lose it soon. Let's quickly do a nice cash grab and get some money, cash in on his whole skateboarding shiznay. There's just no excuses when you think of how wealthy, the resources and everything that Activision actually have, that this should be this bad. Players will hover, get stuck, wipe out for absolutely no reason other than the failings of this piss poor title. It wasn't a rare occurrence for people to just glitch out completely with the ragdoll effect clearly turned up to broken. The soundtrack was pretty lame and the controls had lots of buttons all mashed in together, and it was just horrific. The art style was horrendous. Pro Skater 5, just be glad that we didn't really expect much from you anyway. Otherwise, you would be considerably higher up on this list. Batman Arkham Knight. Now, I've done a video on how bad this game is, and it has actually been on the top 10 best. It all depends on what platform you've bought it on, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet, okay? This is the biggest pile of shit on PC. Arkham Asylum and Arkham City were so good. So why, in your last title in the franchise, palm it off to some crappy third party which clearly didn't know what the fuck they were doing? You released it in late June, you patched it in September, realised it was still broken, and so you took it off the shelves completely. Props where it's due, you gave us the rest of the game, so I now have all the DLC for 1, 2, Origins, Blackgate. Nah, that's great, but I wanted to play this game. I couldn't play this game. PC gamers around the world were pissed off with you, Warner Bros, how much you absolutely cacked on PC gamers with this title. And this is the last time I'm going to mention Arkham Knight in my entire life. Thank God, thank you very much. Battlefield Hardline. This is a game that no one wanted, no one asked for, and whoever proposed, like, I know what Battlefield needs, let's cross it with cops and robbers, because, you know, 5-year-old children play that in the playground. This blatant reskin was purely put out there just as a kind of stopgap between Battlefield 4 and, I guess, Battlefield 5 when that decides to poke its head through the sand. The single player, if that even exists in gaming anymore, was essentially you going around as a cop, thrusting your cop badge in the face of anyone that even remotely resembled a fucking crim. The concept was terrible, the game was terrible. This is a massive no, EA. Battlefront. The only time the word hollow should be associated in Star Wars is in Jedi Holocron.
Oh my God! He needs some milk!
Yes! Come on!
Just got wrecked!
Are the graphics good? Absolutely beautiful. Does it feel like Star Wars? Yes, it does. So where's the issue? Where is the fucking story, man? It's Star Wars. The biggest, most enriched, history, lore in any kind of franchise is Star Wars. Even Call of Duty gets a campaign, a story mode, every single game. But Star Wars Battlefront doesn't. Not in this day and age. No. Well, it fucking should. The online play just isn't very engaging. It just doesn't retain your attention for long enough, and the dogfights in the X-Wings and stuff is just sluggish, and the maps don't really have enough space to give you the freedom to fly. It just doesn't work. This might be quite a strange bugbear, especially as it only takes one game to get it, but you don't get a thermal detonator till after your first game. That to me just, I don't know, it just pissed me off. I was like, why can't I just have a fucking grenade straight off the bat? Every other game that has grenades in it has given me a grenade at the start of the game, but not Star Wars. And also the DLC where you could pay extra to get Han Solo's pistol and a grenade. Well, basically you can unlock them by playing like 4 games. So that was a bit of a joke. And as for the season pass, which cost, I think, if you got the season pass with the game, it costs about 100 quid, around there. And yeah, there's not really that much DLC going on, especially to warrant such a price in this horrifically hollow disappointment of a game. Really disappointed. I love Star Wars, so for me to have to bash something from Star Wars takes a lot. And this really did just take the piss. So this has been Let's Talk Gaming's top 10 worst titles of 2015. Now I really want to know, what's your top 10 worst games, or just a few? Have we missed out your ones? Please tell us down in the comments, that'd be great. Please subscribe to this channel. Check out all of the social media, at Dudey Rhino on Twitter, Instagram. You can find me on Facebook too. I've also got a couple of side channels, Life of Jordan, where you'll see some behind the scenes of recording this kind of stuff, and Dudey Rhino streams, where when I stream on Twitch TV, which is also Dudey Rhino, you can find me on there. So from myself and Loz, really enjoyed making this video, and we'll see you in the next one very soon. Bye bye.